Hello, everybody, and welcome to our ESCA Know Before You Go webinar. This webinar is meant to make sure you have all the information that you need so you feel prepared and ready for the upcoming summer educational conference. So to get started here, my name is Rachel Rodine. I am ESCA's Director of Education and Events, and I am today joined by
Hi, everybody. I'm Julie Kegi, and I'm the Executive Director of ESCA. It's so nice to be here.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you all here with us as we make sure your SEC experience is effortless and unforgettable. So just to start out, this event would not be possible at all without the wonderful support from our sponsors. So you can see our sponsors listed on the screen here. We're very thankful for their support. And if you are one of our sponsors, thank you so much for joining us today and just for everything you do to make sure we can put on a wonderful summer educational conference. So to get started, this is just a little bit of an overview of what we're going to be going over today. So we'll go through the sessions, the activities, and the evening receptions. We're going to talk about getting to Banff, on-site logistics, hotel logistics, the silent auction, and we have left plenty of time at the end of this webinar to go over the Q&A and your questions. Please feel free to utilize the chat function at the bottom of your screen and ask us questions throughout. We really want this to be a very conversational and open webinar, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have. So to get started, so our conference officially starts on Sunday, June 28th. So we marked this as a good arrival day, and this is also our opening reception. So in the morning, we have various ESCA board meetings. So if you are a board member or part of one of those labor and management or venue and management council groups, you will be joining us that day for board meetings. And then in the evening, we do have our Ween Networking Happy Hour, which will be taking place at the Rundle Bar or the hotel lobby bar, as it is called. And that will be from 5 to 6 p.m. And then from 6 to 10 p.m., that is our opening reception. So we are super excited about our opening reception. Our theme is Glacial Lux. You can find our what to wear dress board on the website, and you'll also see that in more emails coming out as we lead up to the conference. We try to make it super easy to know what to pack. So we like to have a theme involved in there. And then Monday. So Monday, June 29th, this is the first full day of education and activities and networking events. So we start off at 7 a.m. with the general session breakfast, and our exhibit booths are open. So we really invite everyone to join us that morning, get acquainted, get some breakfast, go and stop by the wonderful exhibit booths just to start your day off right. And then we have some morning education. So I know we spent a lot of time, and our education committee spent a lot of time ensuring that the education sessions this year were wonderful for you all. So we're really excited that our opening keynote is Monica Cohen, and she's going to be leading us through an elevating events through bold leadership, really kicking off the conference on a strong note. And then after that, our next session is the evolution of venues. So this is a powerhouse packed session led by Chris Shimmick, Mark Tester, Freddie Peterson, and Larita Clark. So I know, Julie, we were talking about this session, and this was something that you were really excited about just to learn about the future of convention centers, right?
I am, yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Chris Shimmick is one of the key leaders at Freeman, Mark Tester from Orange County Convention Center, Freddie Peterson from Miami Beach, and we just roped in Larita from McCormick Place to join us. So I'm really excited about the conversation that they're going to have. And there is so much coming in the evolution of venues, so many venues under construction, changing leadership models, how they're engaging with show organizers, with suppliers, et cetera. So I'm really excited about this conversation.
I think it will be wonderful, and it will definitely be one people talk about throughout the conference. So after that wonderful session, we do go to exhibits and break. Again, this is a good time just to recharge, check your emails, and visit our wonderful exhibit booths. And then after that, we go into a really amazing session called The Pulse of the Room by Mark Gaffori. And this is a participant-led session. So we're really going to lean on all of you to participate, shape the conversation in the room, and hopefully at the end you leave with a good sense of community and where the industry is going and what we can do as an ESCA team um, to really push that forward. Then after that, we actually have a session with Julie Kagi, our executive director, and Stephanie Flynn, co-founder of the Maverick Minute Foundation. So Julie, do you want to share a little bit about that session?
Yep, I'm not gonna spoil the punch on this one, but I am really excited to be on the stage with Stephanie. Um, she has founded a group called the Maverick Minute, and it is a very simple safety led or safety driven conversation that really simplifies it, and I think will be really impactful for our industry. So I'm so excited to get to share the stage with her and so honored that she's coming.
It will truly be a wonderful session and something that leaves us all uh, wanting more and having a new look at safety. And then we end Monday's education with some SEER insights and data from Marcia Flanagan, the CEO of IAEE. So really, Monday is a great day. It really starts the conference off on a strong note. So once we finish up with education on Monday, we move into educational activities, afternoon activities. So we have three afternoon activities that you are able to sign up for during your registration process. So we have fishing at Lake Minnewaca, and that is sponsored by Octanorm. So lunch and transportation are included. The shuttles leave at 12 p.m. and you get back roughly at 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. The full shuttle schedule and details can be found on our website for all of these activities. And more information will be coming out leading up to the conference with those exact shuttle times if you've signed up for those activities. And then our next afternoon activity is an afternoon at Lake Louise. So this is sponsored by AFR and LVCVA. Again, lunch and bus transportation is included. This is one of the highlight destinations that people see in Banff. So we're very excited about this activity as well. And then our other amazing activity is Smoke and Savor a Culinary Lunch. And this is sponsored by Brewmark. So this will be hosted at the Fairmont Banff Springs. So if you'd like to do a more local activity and enjoy an incredible lunch, that is the activity for you. And then
So quick, Rachel, with all of those, just so you guys know, the majority of our events are sold out at this point. We do have wait lists for every event, and we are working on clearing them. I see Mike Morrison is in here. Mike, we just cleared you on the wait list for your activity that you were excitedly waiting for. So the wait lists do clear. So be sure if you haven't signed up yet that you let us know that you want to be on the wait list. If you have signed up and you're not going to attend, please let us know so that we can clear you from that wait list and open it, or clear you from the event and open up the wait list. Um, one quick note here. So these are all amazing activities. The Smoke and Savor Culinary Lunch. I just want to touch on that. The nice thing about this event is that it keeps you at the property. It is a smaller time window than the other two. So if you want to stay on property, if activities aren't, something that you're feeling for that day or in general, we started doing this last year, and it's meant to be a very inclusive event. I will also tell you, this is not just a lunch. This is something that Rachel and I have spent months curating with the venue to ensure this is a once in a lifetime. You only get this menu, this experience, and it really is a culinary experience. So if you're not signed up for anything else, but you want to be engaged for that day, highly recommend. Last year's event was exceptional. They're all amazing activities though, but so 3 takeaways. If you're not registered, get on the wait list. If you're not going to attend and you did register, please let us know so that we can remove you and clear the wait list. And if whatever activity it is, we highly encourage you to participate in them all. They are all so amazing. None of them are just simple events. They all have little twists and turns that make them very unique.
Definitely. I think you summarized that perfectly. So thank you. So once you get back from your afternoon activities, if you choose to participate, we have some wonderful evening events as well. So from 7 to 8 p.m., we have our Rising Leaders Happy Hour. So this is exclusively held for rising leaders, and it is at the Rundle Bar, and it will be a great time for this next generation of industry leaders just to get together, and have that moment to connect at the start of the conference. And then after that, we do have another amazing event from 8 to 10 p.m. It is called An Evening Well Spent, and this is sponsored by Quest Events. So this is a really amazing charitable activation event that Quest is partnering with the Maverick Minute Foundation, which you might remember is a session that we are hosting earlier that day. So more to come on that. We don't want to give away, like Julie said, the big punchline with that foundation, but this will be a wonderful way to unwind after the first day and just connect with industry peers representing a really good cause.
Yeah, more than anything, I just want to let Stephanie tell her story. So that's sort of what I'm saving a bit of that for.
Definitely.
And yes, Don. Hi, Don. I saw your hello and I saw your question just come in. We can absolutely get you on that wait list.
Perfect. And then Tuesday, so this is the official third day of the conference, the second day of education. So again, we start with general sessions and breakfast and exhibits in the morning. So if you remember Dr. Basu, he has spoken at our past two conferences. He is an amazing economist, and we are so excited to have him back. As you'll notice, the whole structure for this Tuesday, it's really interesting. So we start with three general sessions. With Dr. Basu, we have an amazing M&A session, and then we have an amazing AI session with Nick Borelli, which is sponsored by Zenus. So all those sessions are going to be a little bit more general session, broad, and then we have the opportunity where you'll have three different tracks. So you're able to go in and select a breakout session that you want to learn more about that topic. So you can go into M&A 201. You can do AI-powered prompt engineering where you're really having hands-on experience learning how to properly use AI to get the results that you want to help you in your business and in the trade show industry. And then
And
the
Rachel, for that AI one, they're able to bring their computers, right? And they're able to get really one-on-one, they can try what is being taught. So again, all of these are the 201 kind of version. And for the M&A one, you're able to really ask specific questions and dig into more about what's going on with your organization personally at that time.
Yes, yes. This is really, these sessions are for you. They're very, very interactive. Bring your questions, be ready to talk. The AI session, yes, as Julie said, bring your computer. You are actually learning on site as you are doing it yourself how to build those prompt engineering using those AI tools. And then the third track is more of an industry Q&A with Dr. Basu. Again, a very, very interactive session where you're able to have that one-on-one conversation with Dr. Basu and help learn more about, the trends in the industry on the economy level. And then after our wonderful education sessions that day, we do have two wonderful afternoon activities. So we do have the Quest Events Golf Tournament. The Fairmont Banff Springs, the Stanley Thompson course, it is an amazing course. Lunch is included, bus transportation is provided. You do need to know that the golf tournament, there is a separate registration fee for that. So you can select that in the registration process. And if you have already registered for the summer conference and you would like to add golf, but are having trouble adding that in the registration system, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to get you set and registered for golf. Golf club rentals are also available for purchase during registration and mulligans. We have mulligan sales that you can use during the golf tournament to help your scramble score in your team. And the mulligan sales go towards our ESCA scholarship fund. So any mulligans that you purchase, it really goes to a great cause. And then our next activity that we have that day, if you're not a golfer and you still want to have a fun experience in Banff, is our Above Banff Gondola experience sponsored by Court Events. So buses begin boarding at 12:30 p.m. and the gondola ride and lunch begin at 1 p.m. and you return roughly around 3 to 3:30 p.m. So this is an amazing activity where you get a 360 panoramic view on the top of Sulphur Mountain of the town of Banff. It's beautiful and there is a wonderful lunch provided. And Court has a lot of fun little surprises up their sleeves for anybody who is attending this event. So it really will be an amazing experience.
Well, and Rachel, that gondola is absolutely, it's one of the bucket list items that most people have on their list. And you guys would rent it out the top of the mountain, basically. So um, it's super, super cool. It's going to be a great event. Court always steps up as an amazing sponsor here. So really excited about it.
It will definitely be amazing. So if you want to participate in any of those activities, again, please feel free to reach out if you're having trouble signing up on the back end, and we will get you all set. And then Wednesday, this is our final day of the
So
conference.
wait, go back. It said an evening event on Tuesday. We don't have an evening event, do we?
We do not. We do not have an evening event on
Was that
Tuesday.
AI adding fun things for you to plan in there?
It was, it was.
I
So
love that. So I guess that's important for you guys to know too, is it said that we have done that in the past, but when we started doing Tuesday night activities, for those of you who've been there before, it was because we're in these isolated places and, if we don't have an activity, people are wondering what to do. Banff is not that case. We actually very intentionally are not planning a Tuesday night activity because the town of Banff, which is super walkable and is a large town, for those of you that have been to Vale or anything like that, it's similar to that where you can walk around. There's amazing restaurants, there's great things to see, and even just hanging out at the venue. There's chairs outside. You are nestled in the mountains with a river running in front of you. We really wanted to give you guys time to be present in the space.
yes, definitely. Yeah. AI likes to play little tricks on us sometimes by adding stuff in there. So thank you for that clarification. And then Wednesday, July 1st, this is our closing day of the conference. So again, we start out in the morning with breakfast and exhibits, and then we go right into education. So we have Winning the Unreasonable Bid by Deb Gabber, and she is really going to talk about how you bid in a room full of competitors and how you make yourself stand out. So it will be a really amazing session. And then we go into labor relations with Hope Goldstein. So we've had Hope in the past as a speaker, and she does a wonderful job representing and sharing this information from the labor perspective. So we're really excited to have her back this year. And then we go into exhibits and breaks. After break, we have a new session that we're so excited about, right, Julie?
We are. Do you want me to talk about it? Is that what that pause was? Yeah. Okay. So wait, now this is going to make me want to just step back a little bit here. So what we have here is a little bit of something for everybody here. And I think some of you are going to be more attracted to one session or another, but remember, we have a very diverse audience. So for the salespeople in the room, and let's face it, we're all in sales. What Deb Gabor is going to talk about is really just standing out in a competitive landscape. The labor relations piece for those of our, unions, people that all the employers really out there. What she's going to give you is the latest on what's going on with the NLRB, what is the latest in the labor landscape. This is something we started doing probably 10 years ago, and it has seldom not happened at an ESCA event. Tends to be one of the highlights that you are going to get very, very quick hits on what has changed in the last year. And then this one, and Rachel, I think we just added Larry Grossenbacher to this, right? Is he tentative?
He is tentative. We are
Well, so
still
if we
waiting
say
for
it
him to
now, then
confirm.
it's going to be official. So what we have here is our current president, Randy, our president in 2 years, Larry, and our president 2 years after that, Glenn Charles Jr., or a year after that, having a full and frank conversation about what is affecting our industry. You guys, I was just going through old pictures of ESCA events, and this is a session that used to happen every single year. And we've kind of gotten away from it because we've brought in so many outside speakers to talk about outside things. And I'm really excited to bring the focus back to our attendees, our membership, and talk about what's really happening for them. I'm also excited for you guys to get to experience, Len and Larry a little bit more, and get to know them because they are going to be in the leadership roles with ESCA in the years that come. Well, and
Yes.
then I'll just keep going. I'm already on a roll. Then we got Tommy Goodwin coming in to give us the latest update from an advocacy standpoint. And then we are closing with a really good speaker, Danny Goldberg, talking about really a new operational system for high performing leaders. And we think that's a great way to cap this out. So this day to me is the potpourri, but all really, really good stuff that everybody will enjoy a piece of it. And then we have a conference wrap up and then bring it on home. And wait, Rachel, do you want to talk about the CEM credits part here?
That's where I was going. So, our whole conference is eligible for CEM credits for your recertification. So if you already have your CEM and you are looking for those recertification credits that you need to continue being a CEM holder, our conference is eligible for 8.25 clock hours towards that. So afterwards, once you've attended the event, we will be able to send your name to the IAEE group and they will be able to update your profile with those 8.25 clock hours. So just another reason to come and attend this ESCA Summer Educational Conference. And then, as Julie said, this is our final day. So the afternoon activity we have this day is Peaks and Pours, sponsored by Georgia Expo. So as you know, it's typically they host a sip and dip pool party. Banff will be a little colder. So we are doing a Peaks and Pours s'mores cocktail reception for that, and it will be very fun. And we have Glasses Up Bids In, which is a silent auction dedicated hour sponsored by Court Events on our garden terrace. So this will be a really fun way for you to live see everything that is up in our silent auction. All proceeds from our silent auction go towards our ESCA Scholarship Fund. And then we close out the Summer Educational Conference at 7 to 10 p.m. with our closing reception in the Cascade Ballroom, sponsored by Emerald Carpets and Freeman. And what's really fun about this last day on Wednesday, July 1st, is it is our O Canada gala for our closing reception because July 1st is Canada Day. So we really wanted to pay homage to the country that is hosting us this year for the Summer Educational Conference. So we do recommend staying throughout the day on Wednesday so you can attend that closing reception and wrap up the conference on a high note and then depart on Thursday, July 2nd.
We have a couple pivots coming for this closing reception. So there will be a live paddle auction that is happening that evening, with some live auctioning going on. Tony Risley, our amazing auctioneer, will be there with us. And as Rachel said, we're moving inside. Normally we have an outdoor reception, but Banff is amazing and beautiful, but it is a little bit cooler at night, so it can get down to the 50s. So we will start outside before sunset. Well, I say before sunset. Sunset's not going to be until about 10 or 11 at night, but before it really gets cooler, and then we'll move in. So you guys are going to see a little bit of a different format for the closing reception, a little bit more seating and more formality to that closing reception. And then Rachel, you sent out that lookbook, right? We're looking at lots of reds to represent
Yes,
Canada.
yes. So on our website, you will see the full lookbook for what to wear for our opening or suggested of what to wear for our opening and closing receptions. Closing reception, you can think lots of red, whites, really just paying homage to Canada. So,
But as always, you guys do you. Wear what you want, but if you feel like you're in the mood, go for it.
yep, makes packing easier. And then the attendee portal. So as some of you may know, we do have a new registration system this year. So registering for activities looks a little different. And we know you might want to go back in and see what you're registered for or change what scheduled activities you have selected. So we wanted to put this in here just to go over the attendee portal. So whenever you registered, you did receive a confirmation email from the registration system with a username and a password and a link to your attendee portal. As you can see in this right-hand box, this is the screen that will pop up whenever you select the attendee portal. The attendee portal is linked on the ESCA website, on the ESCA Summer Conference website in the very top right-hand corner. So you can go to your attendee portal at any time, use your email and your password that they sent you, and then you'll be able to log into your attendee portal. And on the left-hand side, you will see a button that says Event Selections, and this is actually where you selected your activities. So you can scroll through that list, you can add activities, you can deselect activities if you're no longer able to participate, and that will show you everything that you have registered for the conference. If you are having trouble finding your login or accessing your attendee portal, please reach out to us and send us an email at events@esca.org, and we would be more than happy to walk you through the steps or give you that username and password if you're having trouble with that. And then getting to Banff. Julie, we're in Canada this year. Do you want to share a little bit more about how to get there?
Yep, absolutely. So everybody, you're flying into Calgary. Please know that it's about 90 minutes away. So you have a few options to get there. Passports. Make sure you have your passport. We did partner with a shuttle company, and I will tell you guys, I highly recommend this. There's a 15% discount with the promo code. You are welcome to rent a car, but there are parking charges when you're there. And Banff, again, is also super walkable. There's a free shuttle that runs anywhere that you want to go.
In the town
As
of
well.
Banff.
Yeah, in the town. Yes, in the town of Banff. That's important to note. There's Ubers and there's other forms of transportation. There's also a car rental agency right in Banff. So if you decide you want a rental car on the front or the back end, that might be a better way to go. So make sure that, it says a month in advance. We're there right now, huh, Rachel?
We're at a
So
month in advance, so please go ahead and book your shuttle. There is still availability. They just recommend a month in advance because they do fill up fast. But if you have not booked your shuttle yet, we just recommend going ahead today and going to banffairporter.com and booking that shuttle. And as Julie mentioned, there are rental car options. We do recommend taking the shuttle because if you do rent a car, you will need to pay for parking on site at the hotel for each day of your visit. And Banff, the town of Banff, is very walkable from the hotel. And as Julie said, there are free shuttles in the town of Banff that you are able to ride to get anywhere you need without the need of a rental car. As she mentioned, there are rental cars at the Calgary airport that you're able to book through, but there's also some rental cars like Hertz, which is on site at the Fairmont Banff Springs if you need to rent a car before or after the summer conference, if you decided to stay. One really important thing to note with the rental cars, if you do rent a car, a park pass is required to visit Banff National Park. So this applies to all rental cars, all personal vehicles. You can purchase the pass as you enter the town of Banff and the national park. They have the tourist gates. But if you want to avoid lines, because there's multiple little stops you can go on, you can purchase the park pass ahead of time. At that website that's listed there. The QR code on the screen will also take you to that website where you can go ahead and purchase your park pass if you're renting a car. And just an important note, if you are taking the airport shuttle, a park pass is not required. So arriving and getting oriented in Banff. So hotel check-in starts at 4 p.m. If you need early arrival, you can store your bags with the bell service. Or if you need earlier arrival than 4 p.m. on the day, please feel free to reach out to the hotel and see if that's something they can accommodate you with. The SCC badge pickup. So the registration desk opens at Sunday at 8 a.m. So you can grab your bag, your badge, and activity information. And please know meals that are included. Breakfast is included each day. There are select activities that do include lunch. And then the 2 evening receptions that we have does include dinner. Please make sure to bring your badge to each of the activities because that's your ticket to everything so we can make sure you're checked in and ready to go. And then on property essential details, so Wi-Fi is complimentary throughout the hotel. We do have conference Wi-Fi for our area, which you will be able to get logged into on site. We do have an SEC app. So an email for that will be going out next week where you can download the event app and it will log you into your attendee portal. You can see what activities you've selected. You can see all the activities that are available for the conference. You can message other attendees, and it's just a really good hub of information right on your phone if you have any questions. Venue maps are also available at the registration desk. We will have specific venue maps for our event, which has highlighted where all of the activities are happening on property, so you will not get lost. And the session rooms, run a little cool, and it is a little cooler at night in Banff, so we do recommend bringing a light jacket or a sweater to keep you warm. And then hotel accommodations. Julie, did you want to talk about this?
Yep. So we're at the Fairmont Banff Springs, as you all know. Please know that when you get there, your rates will be in Canadian dollars, but we will be paying US dollars, which is roughly 30% less. Rachel and I are both extremely proud of ourselves and our ability to see into the future as we signed our contract with our rates a week before Banff was announced as the best tourist destination in Canada, and the rates went up more than double. So we do consider this a really great opportunity for everybody to get to see this amazing property. Please know that it is an older hotel, so every room is a little bit different. It was not built in the way that it is now, where you're meant to spend your time in your room. You're meant to spend your time in the venue and exploring the venue. So it is like an old castle. So every room is different. We are sold out, however. So if you haven't booked a room yet and you need a room, we ask you to reach out to us. We have a few rooms in our pocket, and every time somebody cancels, and I'll tell all you that as well, if you need to cancel for any reason, don't cancel, please tell us. We'll take that room and reassign it to somebody else who's on a wait list. And so far, we've done a really good job of being able to work through our wait list. However, there are other hotels in Banff. There's a list right there. It is a regular town. You can do a VBRO, VRBO, however you say it, Airbnb, any of those. It is a regular town with lots of hotels, and they are all fairly close, about a mile from the Fairmont.
Yes. And then a little note down there. So that Rome bus, that's what we were talking about, that's the complimentary free bus in the town of Banff that does have a drop off right outside the Fairmont Banff Springs. If you do need to stay at a different hotel in town, that's an easy way to get to the property for the sessions, a taxi, Uber, or a short little mile walk.
And Rachel, sorry, just to go back to that park pass thing, a couple of things with that, you guys, you don't have to buy it in advance. They won't ship them to the US anyway. So just be advised, you can buy it right at the gate. It's like a regular park entrance. And one interesting thing here is that the entire town of Banff is a national park. Nobody owns their property there. They actually are just renting the land that they built their homes on. So the entire time you're there, you are in a national park.
Yes. And then our silent auction. So our silent auction, this is something we've been doing, Julie, how long? Forever.
Very, very, very long time based upon the pictures I just saw.
Yes, we've been doing the silent auction for a very long time. All proceeds from the silent auction do benefit our ESCA Scholarship Fund, our Dennis Hale Memorial Scholarships. And this is in partnership with Expo Auctions. So you can bid online, and the auction closes Wednesday, July 1st at our closing reception at 8:30 p.m. The winners are notified immediately by text at the close of the event. So we are trying to make this year a virtual silent auction. We will have some of the smaller items available for pickup on site, but a lot of the items will be shipped to you after the event if that is what you have won. And how to donate an item. So we do have a very big goal this year of reaching $25,000 to our silent auction. To go towards our ESCA Scholarship Fund, really just to help that next generation of potential industry leaders and the families of our membership. So please help us out. There are a couple different ways to donate. You can donate from our wish list. So we have gone through and curated a list of items that we are looking for the silent auction, as well as having a donation form, which is linked in that QR code below and on our website. And you can get in contact with us at events@esca.org if you have something that is not on our wish list that you would like to donate. Um, Please let us know. Fill out the donation form. We really appreciate all of the help and contribution to our silent auction. And then Julie, networking. So arguably one of the most important parts about the conference. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I think it's just this is really important, and this is a big part of who ESCA is. We leave a lot of space in our days so that you can network. We create ways that you can organically network. So it's not your typical cocktail reception. So it may seem like it's a lot of fun, and we do have a lot of fun, but there are intentional reasons why we set up the activities the way that we do to take you out of the office. I think Mark Tester is on here. Mark, to take you out of the boardroom. Um, but to put you in places where you can interact with people in a different level. We really encourage families to attend and allow people to interact in that way. And it changes the conversation, and it allows you to create real relationships on a personal level. It also allows you the opportunity to have, those work conversations over the course of days. It's not a quick meet and follow up later. You can set a step aside and have those conversations about partnerships, referrals, things like that. So I think that the networking that we have here is really unique. So please be sure to introduce yourself, move around, sit at different tables. And if you're new, please know that everybody once was and is an extremely welcoming group. If you've been with us before, please be an ambassador to those that are new.
Perfect. And then here are just some last minute things to know, final reminders. So the weather, like we've mentioned before, it is a little bit cooler than in places we've been in years past for the summer conference. So please make sure to pack appropriately. It is at slightly a higher altitude, so make sure you drink extra water and just be prepared. Passport, like we've said, you really need your passport. You have to have your passport because we are going to Canada. So make sure to not leave for the airport without one. Bring business cards, layers, comfortable walking shoes, refillable water bottle, and a camera. I know everybody uses their camera on their phone, but if you have a nice camera that you want to bring, the scenery is breathtaking. So just
We had the opportunity to go for the site visit. We booked it sight unseen because it's so beautiful. We went for the site visit, and I have to be honest, you guys, I could not get enough of it. And that's when I told Rachel, we need to not overbook our attendees, because I would really hate for you all to get to go to an amazing place like Banff and not see Banff. We've all been places where all you see is the inside of the venue. And here we really want you to spend time outside the venue. So please enjoy that. And then yeah, there's a Julie's tip here. I don't know if that's I think I have much better advice than this one, but this is a good one. The app comes out next week, guys. So make sure that you download it. No Wi-Fi needed once you've opened it. And then for the weather, I am thrilled to be someplace that is not a million degrees. I feel like our last three events have hit heat waves, and I'm really excited for everybody to experience a little bit of a cooler environment. So, and I did hear,
you might have
Rachel,
just jinxed us, but
I know I did. Somebody just told me that they're opening snow skiing July 2nd. They're reopening the slopes or something like that starting July 2nd because they have 7 foot of base there.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes. So definitely pack warm clothes and layers.
No, when I say they're 7 foot of base, that's up in the mountains, right? Not down where we are. So just so you all don't get scared.
And now questions. If you have any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer them. You can put them in the chat. And if you don't feel comfortable asking your questions here, please feel free to email us at events@esca.org and we would be happy to help you.
So there is a question, Rachel, about the timing. And again, you're welcome to arrive on Sunday morning. If possible, arrive on Saturday so that you are rested and ready to go for Sunday. For those of you who have board meetings, council meetings, things like that, we encourage you to arrive on Saturday. The event does go through Wednesday evening, so booking Thursday travel is recommended, or even adding on to your stay after. Just so that you're all aware, it is the Calgary Stampede immediately following this, so it gets incredibly busy in the area. We have tried really hard to make sure that we are hitting the highlights that everybody wants to do when they're in Banff, but there are so many other things to see. There's local hot springs that you can just walk over. They're literally right there. There's what used to be an old sanatorium that is now just gorgeous gardens. I jokingly told Rachel that it was the most romantic site visit I've ever had. We got to ride a gondola and go to all of these beautiful things. I'm looking forward to each one of you getting to do all of that, as well as the town is has an amazing culinary scene. There are so many great restaurants. We have so much good food. And then the venue itself, explore it. It's huge. For those of you that are considering bringing your children, spouses, significant others, or friends, highly encourage you to do so. There is so much for them to do on property. For those of you with children, there's an activity center, there's childcare. You can rent bikes, do so many things, even on property. I think there's five or
There's
six restaurants.
bowling, there's 5 or 6 restaurants, there's an arcade, hiking right from the hotel. There's really good hiking trails, so there's plenty of to do on site for families and guests.
So if you are on a wait list for an event, and it doesn't clear, don't be sad. That just means that you have the day for yourself to create your own kind of adventure, and there's so much to do. So, okay, any other questions from the group? Rachel, I think you nailed it.
I think we answered all the questions that we were given. So if you have any additional questions or there's anything that we can help you with to make your experience for the Summer Educational Conference better, please don't hesitate to reach out. We love connecting with each and every one of you. And we can't wait to see you all soon in Banff.
Again, thank you to all of our sponsors for helping to make this happen, to all of our speakers, to all of our supporters, and to all of you who are coming. We are really excited about what ESCA is able to bring this year. So we'll see you all in a few weeks.
We will see you all in a few weeks. Thank you so much.